computer. Hey, folks, this is Book Talk with Corbin, and I am your host. Have with us a Mr. Shahid Muhammad. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. You guys know I'm absolutely horrible with names. Go to my website to get to see my other interviews of folk, booktalkwithcorbin.com, and also have a Facebook page with the same name. Today we have Mr. Shahid Muhammad. This brother has he has a bachelor's degree in secondary education. He got that from Pennsylvania State University, and he also has a master's degree in mathematics from Lincoln University. Brother, is Lincoln University, is that an HBCU?
Yes, that's actually the first one, I believe.
Wow. Okay. So you guys beginning to see already the type of thinking man we have here, type of scholar and intellectual we have here. Um, and right now, brother, aren't you teaching at, you said Malcolm X College?
Malcolm X College part-time. I teach at the Nation of Islam's school full-time. And I
Okay.
also teach online for our online school, Asiatic Minds.
All right. So let me ask a rather personal question, brother. When do you have time to sleep again?
Man, whenever I get a minute to breathe.
Okay, I hear that. I mean, it sounds like it. When you
Yeah.
just said that, I got tired. Shoot.
Then I help out with my wife and I's farm. So I'm doing farm labor as well.
You own a farm?
We have a little 5-acre farm, and we do raised bed gardens. Got a few animals that need caring, so
Wow.
do that on the side as well.
Yeah.
Trying to
So
be self-sufficient.
I hear that. And so I just wanted to say to my listeners, guys, get his book, How to Teach Math to Black Students. How to Teach Math to Black Students. It was published back in 2003, African American Images published it. I believe that was Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu who runs that. And I mean, folks, you got to get it. You got to get it. And as a matter of fact, I was saying to the brother before we started, I've been trying to get a hold of him for years. This is absolutely amazing. Brother, we don't have much time, so I'm just going to jump right into it.
Mhm.
Let me read you a stat here from an article. More than 5 years after adopting Common Core, Kentucky's black-white achievement gap is widening. That's the name of the article. It gives a rather startling statistic here. In spring 2015, in the elementary grades, 33% of black students were proficient in reading versus 58% of white students. In math, the breakdown was 31% to 52%. And this is all reported by the Kentucky Department of Education.
Mhm.
Now, I speak to a lot of people around the country, and several of them have said, Corbin, those kind of stats, I mean, that's all across the country as far as black students with reading and math proficiency. Has that been your experience or your knowledge?
Yes. The statistics kind of paint the broad picture, but there are, of course, many exceptions to the rule. And it just has to be the right education, the right teaching, and the right parent involvement. And then we see the exact opposite of that, where you have brilliant Black students that are mastering mathematics at at marvelous rates, but they're just not publicized, they're not advertised, and the majority of Black students is what is kind of put out there because majority of Black students are in the public school education, and that public school education is just not cut out for us. It's not cut out for a whole lot of other students as well, but we seem to be doing the worst in it because it was never meant for us to do well in the first place. But we have so many other factors and variables that affect those statistics that you read. The lack of Black teachers in the school, the lack of the parent involvement, not having a knowledge of self, not having self-confidence, not seeing any Black people in the mathematics history, in the mathematics curriculum. Because if you Google 100 greatest mathematicians, not one of them is Black. They do have an Asian in there. They do have an Arab in there, the one that algorithm that started the algebra. It was a Muslim brother from Persia. But other than that, there's not one Black person in the list.
Mm.
But
Now, brother,
yet,
it's interesting you bring that up because here in your book, I started reading it. Um, I haven't been able to finish it yet. But here on page 56, it reads for in order for black students to have faith and confidence in their mathematical ability, they must see examples and role models who have mastered and contributed to mathematics. So
absolutely.
obviously, you still take that position.
Absolutely. Because what you would see, our people do what they see. Children do what they see themselves in the picture, what they're doing. So we have no problem knowing we can rap. We have no problem knowing we can do well in sports because that's all they see about black people and black youth like them. But
Mm-hmm.
rarely do they see any black mathematician, any black scientist that looks like them that is prominent and put out in the light.
And
So
that, and it seems like that also is connected to what you said a few seconds ago about the dearth of black teachers, black teachers doing mathematics, particularly black male teachers, just black male teachers, period.
oh, yes,
Not just in math, but you say that that's even important.
absolutely. They have to see. They have to have teachers that are from their own culture, that understand them, that care about them. When you have 75 to 85% of the teachers in public schools white female
Mm-hmm.
teachers, then they don't have the same cultural backgrounds. They don't have the same connection. They don't have the same understanding of
Mm-hmm.
the realities of being black in America, the realities of white supremacy embedded all throughout the curriculum,
Mm-hmm.
and it's definitely embedded in the sciences and the mathematics.
Yes. Yes.
They rarely see any people that look like them in their textbooks that are great mathematicians.
Right. You know, I teach chess. I've been, I guess, a professional chess coach or teacher instructor since 2010, and
Mm.
I'm still amazed that when I go into that public school,
Yes.
brother, I don't see no black teachers. I see very few black teachers, and
Mhm.
then when I do see a black teacher, I definitely don't see no black men.
Yeah.
And I remember one school I saw a black dude, and we looked at one another like, "What planet you come from?"
Yeah,
And it was
right.
interesting. We had that immediate bond. And what I
Mhm.
also found interesting is, and I think this relates to what you just said a minute ago, how he would take a particular interest in if there was a young black man, young black boy acting up. Oh,
Yes.
he go get him, bring him to his room, and sit down and talk with him.
Right.
Sit down and talk with him. And I don't know, brother. I have no stats or research to say, yeah, that helped or that didn't help. But when I
Mhm.
saw that and observed that and saw how the student reacted, it's it seemed like it did have a positive impact.
Yeah. See, that's the qualitative research. That's not the quantitative with numbers. That's the qualitative that goes the furthest in
Mm-hmm.
terms of having an impact on that child. Those little things that we just take for granted,
Mm-hmm.
but those are the things that impact the children the most.
Yes.
And
Yes.
seeing people that look like them. Because most of the time when they think of a black male in the school, it's either the coach or the security guard or
Right.
the janitor. Those are
Right.
the three. So
Right.
when I was in school, in high schools, and they saw me, they didn't even think that I would be a math teacher. They just knew
Right.
he had to be a security guard, he had to be a police officer, he had to be maybe the basketball coach,
Right.
but
Right.
definitely he's not the math teacher.
Right.
And it blew them away.
How to teach math to black students, brothers and sisters. We're interviewing here Mr. Shahid Muhammad. They call him the Math Doctor. Get that book of his and go to his website and get his other materials as well. When he was in Louisville, Kentucky, not too long ago, I bought several things from him, and it was great. Brother, I'm going to have to confess something. I'm going to steal some of your ideas in when I'm teaching chess, because
Please go ahead.
it was just I just couldn't believe it. It was just my lord. This is this guy a grandmaster or something? It was just dead on. The only thing I had to do is just change the language. It was
Yeah,
utterly
and I can't
amazing.
play chess at all, brother.
Yeah, it's utterly. But you'd be surprised. Now I had a chess camp yesterday and another one today, and I was saying to the young people, boy, you better master that. If you really want to get better at chess, you better master your mathematics. There's a lot of
Mhm.
math in chess.
Yes.
Absolutely a lot of math in chess. Brother, can we change gears a little bit here and talk about? You say you teach full time at Muhammad University.
Yes. Muhammad University of Islam, that's the Nation of Islam's school system and our educational system. I'm headquarters at the headquarters, national headquarters of the Nation of Islam in Chicago. So I teach at the headquarters school, Muhammad University of Islam. I've been here since in and out a few years to try to get my master's and PhD,
Mm,
but pretty much I've been here since 1989
okay, teaching obviously teaching math, and
teaching math.
aren't you also responsible for the person to put their math curriculum together?
I helped with like math curriculum, professional development with the few teachers that we have. We don't have a lot of teachers,
Mm-hmm.
but the few that were math and science definitely helped out with workshops and seminars and training.
Mm-hmm. And this school goes is K-12.
It's K-12, yes, sir.
And so I don't know if I hope you're not bothered by this next question, but how are the students doing as far as their reading and math scores,
Yes, sir.
proficiency, and all?
Well, we have one, we have uniforms. Two, the separation of sexes. The boys go from 8 to 12, and the girls go from 12 to 4. Keep them separated so they can be focused. That's the teachers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's been that way since 1930 something when they started the Muhammad University of Islam school system. We have a lot of students doing well, but we have our problems because of families, backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we don't have as many as we did before because of we actually switched from full time to breaking it up the way the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had it. And then a lot of parents, because of the times have changed, a lot of the parents are not able to, pick their children up halfway of the day because of
Mm-hmm.
work and stuff like that. So
Right.
that kind of cut down our numbers. But we've had those that graduate, they go on to college, they get a lot of scholarships,
Right.
and we've had a lot of success with our graduates moving on
Right.
with their careers and with their lives based on the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We're God-centered, we're Black independent. All the teachers are representative of the Black family. They're caring, dedicated, devoted, and all that helps. And then along with the parent component, and so you have a large group of parents that are doing what they're supposed to be doing, but then you have the same thing that you have in public schools. You do have some parents that are just not on it, and then we see those students not doing as well as they should. Because if that missing link is missing, it's going to be a problem in terms of the child's future development and performance.
Yeah, and I like to say to the audience, I like to speak to what you said, um, particularly about the parental involvement. That's
Mm,
absolutely critical. I think that was very important in my child's education, her achievements. You know,
mm,
I didn't take the attitude that, oh, that's the teacher's job. Let the teacher do
right.
whatever. I took the initiative to teach my daughter basic Latin,
Mm,
Shakespeare, and chess,
beautiful.
and she didn't like any of it. Then one day she called me. She said, "Daddy, I just signed up for the Latin class in high
Mm,
school." And I said, "Who is this? This is not funny." And she said, "Daddy, it's me. I'm telling you.
man,
She signed up for the Latin class, and then she graduated not too long ago, summa cum laude.
see,
And
foundation.
yes, I emphatically believe that, brother. I'm with you 100% on that. And in my chess, many times, particularly in the camps, I try to keep the boys and the girls, the sexes separate. Of
Hmm.
course, it's
Yes, sir.
exactly what you just said. I think you said that's from the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Absolutely.
Hey, it helps them keep them focused.
Focus. And then the girls mature faster. So the
You're
boys a
right.
lot of times are intimidated by the girls doing well in the
Right.
subject. They're kind of in the back of the cut.
Right.
So this way that it gets rid of that competitiveness, gets rid of that
Yes.
intimidation
Yes.
factor, and then people grow the way they're supposed to grow
Right. Yeah.
amongst their own. So
Absolutely, brother. And but you also teach part time at Malcolm X College. How's that going for you, brother?
that's going pretty good. I thank God, Allah, for the blessing of being able to make math fun, exciting. All my students, well, I won't say all, 99.9% of them tell me that, man, they wish they had me in another class. They heard about me from other students. Um, the best teacher they've ever had, that kind of stuff I get at the college, I get at the high school, everywhere I go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of the caringness, the making it real, the I make it funny, I make it fun to learn. And I care about the students doing well. I'm not that type of professor that's like, well, you get it if you get it, if you don't, you don't, that's your problem. You should have
Right.
been prepared, that kind of stuff, that madness. You have to do the problem my way or the highway. So
Right.
I don't have any of that madness. And I got a 5-star rating from the students. When you
Mm.
go to rate my professor,
Right.
they give me a 5 stars. And I've been at Malcolm X for about 2000 since 2008.
Uh huh.
And every year, every semester, I mean, they've been giving me some just beautiful ratings. And I just
Right.
thank God for the ability to get them motivated. A lot of people come with, they hate math. They never was good at math. I
Right.
really didn't want to take this class, but I had to. And then at the end of the semester, I'm so glad I had you, Mr. Muhammad. I have a greater appreciation for math and so forth. And even in the book, I cited just one group of students. It's called The Proof is in the Pupil, towards the end of my book, How to Teach Math to Black Students. And I just go through some of the comments that they made as
Right.
well. So,
Brother, how do we produce more math teachers like you? What do we got to do?
man, we really need to get teachers that are dedicated. And it's difficult in this day and time with all the madness that's going on. And then a lot of teachers are burnt out. A lot of teachers are just frustrated because they kind of are like they're on their own. They don't really see no help from the administration. There's no help from the parents. So the
Mm-hmm.
teachers are like in an island by themselves trying to survive. So we have to change our outlook as a people, in particular on education and the importance of education. We have to honor our teachers more. We got to honor the teacher profession more, pay them what they need to be paid so they're not like me working 5 and 10 other jobs. And
Right.
then you focus more because I could do a lot better and be a lot more effective if I didn't have so many different other jobs that I needed to have in order to
Right.
make ends meet in this mad economy where everything is so high.
Right.
But if you go to other countries like Cuba, Finland, Singapore, they have teachers at one of the highest levels of appreciation. Teachers and doctors in Cuba are at the highest levels of, the society in terms of their value, in terms of their being appreciated by the society. But over here in America, please, it's entertainers, it's thugs, it's anybody but the teachers are
Right.
getting the respect that they need to get, and
So,
so a lot of
so-
people get turned out.
right, brother. Let me make this clear though. You're in Chicago, right?
Yes,
Right. Because the way you just spoke, everything you just said, it sounds like you right here in Louisville, Kentucky.
it's the
That's.
same problem all over, boy.
I was
I'm
like,
telling you.
I said, no, this brother must be down the street or something. I
Yeah,
mean, no.
it was just that it's the same, different city, same problem. There's no
Wow.
value for education, and that passes on down to the children. It passes down to the teachers, and we're affected by it because we don't get the same level of respect for what we do on a day-to-day basis and what we have to take home. It's not a 9 to 5 being a teacher.
No.
You know, it's 24/7 really if you're really going to be an effective master teacher.
So outside of the classroom, you're saying, man, I got to grade papers, I got to do research, things like that.
Yes, you got to prepare outside the classroom. You taking the work home with you. I mean, it's nonstop for teachers. So the minute we get a break, we're running to it
Mm-hmm.
because we're just so boggled with what we're going to do next. The problems that we have with the children, lack
Mm-hmm.
of communication with the parents, all that. So if
Uh,
we just need to have a just raise the bar for teachers, and then I think that'll get us some more dedicated, more committed teachers that are
right.
not frustrated with the madness of the teaching profession.
Now, you had talked about the importance of parental involvement. What are some, first of all, what's your website and what are some things that parents, what are some books or resources that you offer that parents should buy vis-a-vis through your website?
Well, my website is the math dr themathDoctor.org, and doctor is abbreviated DR. So the mathDR.org is the website. I have direct downloads now, so they don't have to wait in the mail for a hard copy DVD. It's direct downloads. I have math for the babies, animated preschool, so that'll help those parents that are not ready to take them into school yet, but should be providing an environment at home that is like school. That's a big, big thing that parents have to do is understand as soon as that baby comes out the womb,
Mm,
they should be giving that baby mathematics, exposing them to numbers, exposing them to objects and things. Even though the child is in the infant stage, their mind is like a blank page, and you can write a good information on it if you're teaching them at an early age. They should not wait till they get to kindergarten to start learning math.
yeah.
You've missed those powerful 2 years of growth. They say
Wow.
the first 2 years are like the fastest and most learning that they do in their lifetime is those first 2 years. So
It's
we,
amazing.
we don't want to miss that. They got to get that preschool. That's the foundation. And most students that do bad math is they got so many holes and gaps in their foundation because they didn't get a strong foundation. So they
Right.
just been passed on, passed on, passed on, and then it just piles up and exponentially grows in terms of misunderstoods, not understanding the concept. Because in mathematics, it builds like a pyramid. So if that base of the pyramid is weak, then the rest of it is going to be weak. So
Wow.
I do have DVD downloads. I have books, workbooks for like the kindergarten and first grade. I have game boards where it promotes critical thinking called Kapata Haki, which is Swahili for make it right. I have
Mm,
two game boards. I try to do like Sudoku. It's on that level. Um, and books. So also there's online resources that parents can get. So if they go to my website, then I also have a section for resources, information that they can use, websites that they can go to. I mean, there's thousands of websites. You got Khan Academy, you got Excel, then you got the fun math sites where they can do games while learning math. They have to understand that math is like a musical instrument. Same with chess. If you don't practice chess, if you don't do chess outside of your class, they're not going to be as strong as the students that do. So you
right.
got to practice mathematics, and that's where we have a problem. Students leave, they may do their homework or may not. They don't understand homework is not for a grade, homework is for practice. Just like you do martial arts, just like you do basketball. You on the court 5 in the morning shooting because you want to be good at that shot. You got to
Right.
do the same thing with mathematics. Give
Right.
yourself 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, just like you're supposed to do exercise, right? You got to
Right.
do exercise with mathematics
Right.
because I got a master's degree in mathematics, but I couldn't tell you nothing I learned because I haven't used it since I got the master's degree.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in like the calculus on down, but everything above that I learned in my master's program I haven't used, so it was
Mm-hmm.
gone.
Right. Right.
And that's what happens.
Folks, I want to let you know this is Book Talk with Corbin. My website's booktalkwithcorbin.com. We're speaking with the author, Mr. Shahid Muhammad, the math doctor. And I approached him about his book, How to Teach Math to Black Students, but he just gave us his website. Go to this website, get his resources. You heard what he just said. As soon as that child comes out the womb, boom, exposing mathematics. His website address is thedrmath.org, thedrmath.org, and you pay and you'll get your get what you paid for immediately. Okay.
Oh, brother, I'm sorry. It's actually the mathdr.org.
Oh, the math
Math, the
dr,
mathdr.org. Mm-hmm.
the mathdr.org.
Yes.
Okay,
Math.
the mathdr.org. All right, my video guy, he will have that posted correctly. No problem at all, brother.
No
And
problem.
let me
Appreciate
just
it.
conclude today with this one question. Might sound a little crazy to you, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like, hey, okay, all right, man. I graduated from high school. I did the math, didn't do well, but how is this going to help me in
Mm.
life?
Lord have mercy. That question is asked so many times. That's why I did a special presentation and it's available at my website. It's called Why We Must Master Mathematics. And
Mm,
I go through all the aspects of everyday life, professions that people want to go into. Everything requires math. When
mm,
you're just sitting there doing nothing, math is going on in your body. You got a heart rate, you got a blood pressure, you got a certain number. Every time you snap your fingers, almost 25 million new cells are being made. So
mm,
your mathematics yourself from head to toe. And if the mathematics is wrong, you can get disease, you can get sickness, all the mathematics that's just in the human body. So don't tell me you don't like mathematics, then you're saying you don't like yourself.
wow.
That's what the students need to know, that they are mathematics. Minister Farrakhan teaches us that we have to tell our students that they are the subjects. So you
Mm,
are mathematics. Then there's math in sports, there's math in music, there's math in engineering, farming. If you want to eat, you got to cook at a certain temperature, you got to
right,
prepare a recipe with fractions and mixed numbers. How dare you say, when am I going to need this again?
right.
Everything you do is mathematics from head to toe, from one end of the universe to the other. Everything is mathematics. Mathematics is the buttress for all the sciences. There's no chemistry, physics, botany, astronomy. None of that exists without mathematics.
Wow.
Math is everywhere and in everything. That's what I teach my students.
Wow. Brother, thank you so much. I hope we can do this again sometime. Let me
Man, I
just,
appreciate the honor and pleasure.
all right. And let me just say to my listeners, the mathdr.org. I don't know what more this brother can tell you that's not going to make you go there immediately and buy some things, period. And start exposing our babies to mathematics. I've never heard anybody put it like that. I am the subject. I am mathematics.
Yes.
Wow. I mean that's motivating. That's motivating, brother.
Praise God.
Please keep in touch, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
And God bless you in the program.